This morning on CBC Radio, I heard a report as I was coming to my office, and it was a reflection of the debate between the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Official Opposition. And that debate, of course, pitted them in opposite positions, but what it did do referred to a farm just outside of Ottawa, a mushroom farm. And so they had the farmer on for an interview. And at the conclusion of his commentary, I thought, that is a non-partisan farmer. He acknowledged that not only was the Prime Minister correct in some of the observations that he had been making during the debate, but the Leader of the Official Opposition was also correct in some of the aspects that he was referring to. And I think that he also acknowledged that climate change for him as a farmer is real, and that he's introduced different techniques and practices and procedures in his operation to help mitigate the impact on the climate, and there's more that he feels can be done as we move to the right and technologies become more available. But he also talked about the cost of what the requirements around climate change will cost him, taking his fuel bill from $150,000 to $475,000 to $500,000, I think he said, by 2030. His concern was that, yeah, I may have to change the size of my farm, I may have to reduce, but his concern was more around the price of food to consumers in Canada, and particularly in the local marketplace that he supplies. And so I think that he brought a really balanced position forward, and he acknowledged that as he continues with his business, he's going to continue to do everything he can do to improve his operation. So he was talking very personally, very locally. I think that as we consider this, we have to think about the amendments that we've heard. And I was asked by Senator Motion at one point, did I have enough information? At that point, I said, I think I have enough, but not on the financial side. Well, I wish I had more information on the amendments that have been proposed, because those amendments weren't necessarily fully addressed or fully included in the commentary that was provided throughout the debates. And so I feel that we really need to deal with the bill itself. And for me, it's a bill about climate change, but I think it also has to be a debate or a consideration by all of us about what is balance. And I think that we have to look at the farmers of our country who are under pressures and farms are reducing. We talk about food security. And I think that we need to give them the opportunity to continue to provide food for not only Canadians, but food around the world, while we don't put unnecessary hardships that continues to accelerate the loss of farms. And I think that we need to keep climate change as a reality, but do so in a very balanced way. I don't think climate change is a question of flicking a switch and all emissions stop. I think we have to have a very well thought out, balanced approach to allow our climate to make the changes that will save our planet, while we balance the requirements of our continuing as a humanity. So I just wanted to share those thoughts and suggest that and ask that we really stand back from any partisan views we may have and truly be independent senators to think about what is the best position that takes into consideration the things I've mentioned, including the farmers who feed our country and feed our world. So I just want to share those comments and observations going into our final stages of debate. Thank you.
It's up to the Senate now.